Good morning. I'm here, Dominique. I'm a 10x performance coach, and I want to talk about the reasons why you are stuck in your business and why it's so hard to take decisions. I want to share three reasons with you, and I will also share three things that you can do to get unstuck. And I think that's one of the main problems that our business owners have when they want to actually take important decisions. You can all take small decisions, but important decisions seems to be something that people have a hard time with. So the three reasons, main reasons actually, why you're not taking the right decisions, or at least not taking decisions. The first one is because you are afraid of making wrong decisions. That's one of the things that come along. You are afraid of making wrong decisions. The second one is that you're actually having a lack of structure and clarity. That's also something that comes up very often. I'm here, Dominique. I'm trying different. I'm trying different things at the same time, but it seems to be in a live, obviously, very hard to do. But I think if you don't make mistakes, you never know how to correct things and be better, right? So the second one is clarity and structure. Very often you're not making a decision because you don't have the clarity. You don't know where you're going. I have had this in so many moments of my life that I needed to take important decisions and I couldn't because I had absolutely no idea of what my objectives were, what my next step was, what my objective was, what actually my dream was. I didn't know what my dream was. And it's only by the time that I got a little bit more clear on those things that suddenly things went smoother. Okay. And then you have the third one is trying to do it by yourself, just trying to do it alone. So those three are the most important reasons why you're staying stuck in taking decisions. Wrong decisions. I took a lot of wrong decisions. And in the end, when I think back of it, I'm thinking, okay, were maybe wrong decisions, but at the same time, it was okay. It helped me to evolve. It helped me to grow. Not having clarity. And the third one, do you remember what that is? It's not trying to do it or trying to do it all by yourself all the time. So the three ones that I just wanted to highlight here, why those three? Because there might be more, but why those three is because if you at least can get through those three, you will see that you will get to a next level. I'm a 10x performance coach. What does that mean? It's that we're thinking in bigger. So we want to think 10x bigger, 10x times bigger, but we also want to make sure that you think better. And when you think bigger and better, you will have the actions or you will think of the actions that will help you to get there. And so by extending your thinking, it helps you also to see things differently. And that will help you as well to make the right decisions on your, on taking the decisions that you need, obviously. Whew, my God, this is my first live since a long time. And I feel very nervous, I have to be honest. I speak in front of people, but when I speak to the camera like this, I don't know, this morning I just feel a little bit nervous. So I'm really sorry about that. But again, right, one of the fears that I have is to be judged and to have actually people saying, oh, she's average, she's not really doing well. And honestly, it's only by doing it every time over and over that you get better. And that's one of the things as well that I want to talk about here is that you have to have your mindset shift. If you don't shift your mindset, you will not be able to take the right decisions. And you probably will have a hard time to move on to the next steps. And I made actually a paper with 5 mindset shifts that can help you to get to that next level. So if you want that, just drop in the chat mindset shift and I will send that to you. It's fully for free. It's for you. You can use it. You can test it out. You can try it and it will help you at least to get a lot better in your mindset shift, which will help you to take those decisions. So the first one that I was talking about the wrong decisions, ask yourself, why is that? Why are you afraid of making wrong decisions? Huh? Is it the fear, like I was saying, the fear of judgment? Is it the fear that you're maybe taking a decision that in the end you will regret? Is it because you need to take certain actions behind those decisions that you maybe don't want to take. So just think about it yourself for a minute. And you can put in the chat if you want what it is that you feel stuck about. Why is it so important for you to be feeling not judged, to be perfect in a way? The other one is the clarity and structure. And I noticed that all my clients have a hard time to put on paper what their objectives are. So I work with objectives on the 7 levels of your life. And we look at what those are right now in this moment. And very often you don't even know those on the 7 levels of your life. And when you go through those with me, you will have a lot more clarity. And that's why I do as well immersion days. I help people get to the clarity and to their dreams. Because when you know a lot better what you want in life, it's so much easier to take decisions. So basically, the 3 things that you can do to make better decisions, the first one is to get to think about your principles and not just about what's wrong, or why you're afraid, but think about your principles. Don't try to be perfect. Don't try to have it all perfect. If I had to think about being perfect, I would not be here in the life, to be honest. But if you are in a good position to think about your principles, so what are your values? Why are you doing it for? Is it important for you? Why is it important for you? But think about the principles, your values. Once that you're clear on those, and that's why the second one is so important, is to get clarity. Get clarity on what it is that makes that you need to take that decision. Okay? And that is, does it bring me closer to my goal? Obviously, you need to know what your goal is, but those are the filters that you can use to make sure that you understand if the decision that you're making is going to help you. So the first one is it bringing you closer to your goal or to your dream? If the answer is yes, then you might want to take that decision. The second one, is it helping me to be myself? And will it help me to grow? Grow in any kind of situation, because you learn, because you get more, I don't know, you get more wealthy about it. Maybe you just get more secured and more valuable for yourself. So is it going to help you to be yourself? And the third one is, can I live with the consequences of my decision? Because you always have a responsibility to take on the decision that you make. But if you are ready to take that responsibility and you are okay with the consequences that it can have, whether it's good or whether it's not that good or bad even, then you're safe to take that decision, because you know what you will have to do to tackle it afterwards. Because you know that failing doesn't exist. Because when you fail, it means that you have tried something and that at least you have been able to do something that can help you to move on. All right. So in my life, I have taken, I can say almost like a lot of wrong decisions, but I don't see it anymore as wrong decisions. I'm actually looking at it as opportunities that I took and that has helped me to move on in my life. If I didn't have all those decisions that I took that I felt afterwards like wrong decisions, I might not have been where I am today. So don't be afraid of making decisions that might be wrong, because it can only help you to step forward and correct things and check out, make an assessment about them, ask you the right questions, and see if your story is really true, if it really is a wrong decision, or if it is a decision that in the end has helped you to move one step forward. And the third one is that you don't want to do it by yourself. You don't want to do it alone. Why would you? I mean, we are human beings and people help people. People like to help people. If you go around and you ask people for advice, that's a good thing, But be careful to who you ask the question and what type of question that you ask that person. If you ask that person a question that this person has no experience with, how do you expect to have a good advice? And so if, for example, I would have asked my parents or my sisters or whoever to get their advice on me becoming an entrepreneur and a business owner, I think I might have the answer like, don't do that. It's very risky. You're a single mom. Why would you do that? You have a good job. You have a good salary. Don't go in something that is so risky and so insecure. But now that I did make that decision for myself, and actually I went to a business coach, and it's with working with a business coach that I help myself going through this. Because being surrounded by people that are successful, that have already done the things before you, it will help you to make better decisions. It will get you out of your chaos, out of your thinking. It will help you to have somebody that can be like a CEO, fractional CEO, I call it. Somebody that can help you to see the blind spots and help you to make the right decisions. It's a sparring partner, somebody that with who you can talk. I do this also with my mastermind. I help people in the mastermind to come out with their challenges, with their problems, with their everything that they come across, making the right decisions. And with the group, we question things because we need clarity. And to have clarity, you have to ask questions. But you don't always know how to ask yourself those questions. So when you have a group of people helping you to ask the right questions, then you come up with the own answers that you have, because very often we have all those answers inside of us. And when you get the right questions, you can think about it. That's coaching. And coaching is asking right questions. And when you mentor, then that's what helps you to give suggestions based on experience, based on things that you have learned. But make sure that you get surrounded by people that can help you to do that. Because if you don't have the right people around you, it might very well be that they will take you down instead of lifting you up. Yeah? So my mastermind is helping to do that. The immersion days is helping you to get the clarity. So we really go into a day or two. It's actually 2 days now, because I used to do it one day, but it was a lot in one day. So now I'm taking it to 2 days, because we get to your clarity. We try to understand at least what your reasons are to willing to be successful. And then from there, I give you tools of exercises so that you can go through that you will feel as well what it is that you want. And then we build that plan on the 7 aspects of your life with the goals in each one of them. And we will multiply that by 10. And then we will see what you need to do to get there. And we build a 90-day plan to get you to the first actions to get there. And then when you decide that actually you want to build up your next level in your life, and you don't really know how to do that because you need somebody that takes you by the hand and goes step by step, well, then that's where I help you as well with the shift program. So during a whole year, every week we meet, and you might think, oh my God, every week it's a lot. No, you have a meeting, a regular meeting, you are committed, you are there every week to help you take decisions, to help you take actions, to help you to get to the next level. And that is such a peace of mind to have someone with who you can spar, with who you can talk, with who you can take those decisions, that it will help you to release a lot of your fears. And it will help you to feel a lot stronger because you're not doing it by yourself. Okay, so let me recap. The reasons why it's hard for you to take a decision is because you are afraid of taking the wrong decisions. The second one is because you don't have clarity. And the third one is because you're just trying to do it by yourself all the time. So the opposite of those is that the things that you can do is thinking of your principles, not being perfect, but just think of your principles, to what value you have and what it is that you are willing to go for. The second one that you can do is to get through your filters. Go back and listen back to the replay, but all the questions that I put there are really strong questions that you can put for yourself. And I can maybe add one more here as a filter. What I like to use as well is taking it on a scale of 1 to 5. Every time that I need to make a decision, I ask myself, okay, how much time is this requiring from me? How much energy is this requiring from me? Is it the right time and is it the right energy? And is this decision going to help me to get something out of it? Is it to help me going closer to my goal, but also will it get me anything back instead? Because if the decision that I'm taking is not really giving me the value or the return on investment or anything that I need back, then probably this is not going to be the right one. And then I scale them from 1 to 5. If it is a 3, I might think, okay, this is not the right time to take this decision. And obviously, if it's a 2 and a 1, it's certainly not the right time. But if it is a 4 or a 5, then most probably it is a decision that you want to take. And then you can still see the urgency. Is it really urgent? Is it a 5? Then I have to take that decision right away so that it's out of my mind and I can focus on other stuff. Because that's another thing. When you don't take a decision on which you feel that probably it is the one to take, then you will be stuck with it in your head for a long time and it's not going to give you the peace of mind. And I can tell you, this is very, very tiring. So you want to make sure that when you are on a 5, you take the decision right away. And just get yourself surrounded by the people that can help you to do that. Don't do it on your own if you don't know exactly what it is. If you are at point A and you have somebody that has already gone through point B, C, or even D, it doesn't have to be somebody that is already at Z, but you want to have somebody that is already just a step ahead of you. And they can help you to take the right decisions as well. So I hope with that, it will help you to take more and better decisions, and that you definitely will not be afraid to take the wrong decisions, because again, the wrong decisions help you to take a step forward and go faster into what you need to do. All right, so I'll be there every Monday with a new topic. If you want to continue following me, just make sure that you send me and put a drop in the chat with unstuck, because the unstuck will help you to get forward. The unstuck will also, I will send you then a link, because if you need a clarity call with me, just so that we go for half an hour through that one decision that you need to take and you don't really know how to take that one, I can help you in that half an hour to take that decision. All right. So if you want to have that call with me, just put in the chat unstuck, and then we will see what I can do for you. It's a Monday morning, 8:30. It's to me a little bit like a breakfast club. It's a good way to get the week going, to take the right tips from me and take them into the week. And then you will see what this is going to do with you. But I'm sure that it will get you much further than maybe where you are today and right now. I'm Dominique, I'm a 10x performance coach, and I help entrepreneurs to take that next level. And I do this with the butterfly principle, because what is the butterfly? It's getting out of your cocoon, it's flying out, it's taking those steps, it's getting that clarity, and it's unstucking you from where you are today. So have a great day, have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.